I mean, y'all, for me, for a man to work this hard for 3 months, you can't be doing this for 3 months. You wasting time. You wasting a lot of time. What's up, family? It's your girl Samantha Lee, and y'all, I'm here with yet another video for I've Got Something to Say. Oh, I got something to say. She got something to say. I got something to say. Oh, go Sam. What's up, family? It's your girl Samantha Lee, and y'all, I'm here with yet another video that I have a reaction to, okay? And I haven't really seen this all the way through. I done seen this on a lot of, it went viral. It was a young man who is giving, breaking down the 3-month rule. This thing went absolutely viral. And so I'm going to watch it all the way through with you guys and give you guys my reaction to what he's saying. Because I think that there's a lot of lessons that we can learn from this. Even myself, I can learn from this. Okay, so we going to talk about it. But before we get into the reaction, the meat of the message to the video I found or was sent to me, I have 4 things I want to share with you. Okay, number 1, I want you to hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Y'all, this is a fast-growing Game Changer Nation. Y'all, we've been doing this for a little over a year, and we are at 370,000, and I want you to be a part of this, okay? I love Game Changer Nation. I love what we're doing, and I would love for you to be a part of it. I really would. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The second thing is hit that notification bell. I'm putting out content almost daily, and I don't want you to miss a thing. I'm also going live, and I'm putting out long forms. I'm doing a lot, and I don't want you to miss anything. So go ahead and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I go live or when I drop something. Number 3 is that I go live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I invite you right here, right now. Come join me. Watch me. Let's talk. Let's do what we do, okay? I would love to break bread with you live. And last but not least, I've just written an ebook. It's called Finding the Perfect Match, Avoiding the Wrong Women. And I give you guys tips to identify the right and the wrong women. Okay, so I need you guys to go ahead and pick that thing up. All right, this might be a game changer for you. Okay, so all of that being said, see, that was painless. That wasn't hard. That wasn't that long. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and add this to the screen. So somebody named, like, this is, again, you guys, I was trying to send it from the TikTok video that I was sent, but it was 3.5 minutes long, and it's not going to send on an email very well. So I found it on YouTube, and somebody called him a former Dusty. So you know it was a female that was reacting to this one. But I'm gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk about it. Don't like pay too much attention to the label. I was just trying to find the video. So here we go.
All right, lady, I'm finna break down this method that some men use, and it's typically known as the 3-month rule. Now, before we get into it, I can speak on it because, unfortunately, yes, I have done it. I know I was a shitty-ass human being for doing it. It's super manipulative, but this is foolproof. This works.
So here's my thing. The fact that you don't preface it with that, you still doing this. You still doing this because it works. And human beings do what works. We don't do what's right. We don't do what's wrong. We do what works. Okay. And so behaviorism will tell us that if it's worked for you, it'll be very hard for you to stop it. Okay. So we're going to listen to him with the little, with stars on the ceiling. We're going to listen to what this young man have to say. So let's go.
And I'm taking full accountability for it. I don't live that life anymore. And if you can't change something,
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you live this life still. Okay.
So from the first time y'all make contact, this man is giving you, boom, 100%. He'll text you first, and he's consistent with it. The compliments, endless. This man is in love with you. He think you're the most beautiful person on the planet. He's always available. You can random FaceTime him, and he's always picking up the phone. He tells you when he's going somewhere. He might even give you his location. Oh, he might even send you some money on. And this isn't just 1, 2, 3. No, he's consistent with it. That's the key, is consistency.
How consistent? And I like how men say consistency. What is consistency, y'all? I mean, because are we talking about like 3 days consistency, 2 weeks consistency? How is it a month consistency? Because I don't think men can play games that long. I'll be honest with you. I think that they can be consistent, like doing this type of thing for maybe 2 weeks. I actually call it the 2-week rule. If a man can't stay consistent for 2 weeks, I already knew what it was. I already know what it is, you know. Like, and again, I'm not going to get into like my things, but I want to understand what consistency even looks like. Okay, you texting, you calling, you doing all this for how long? We're consistent for 5 days. That's not consistency. Are we consistent for a month? Okay, well that's pretty consistent. I ain't mad at that. The consistency for a month is legitimate. I don't have no shade to that, but I mean, y'all, for me, for a man to work this hard for 3 months, you can't be doing this for 3 months. You wasting time. You wasted a lot of time. I mean, I don't know. Okay, let me shut up. Okay.
That's what women fall in love with, consistency. And he'll fight.
Women do fall in love with consistency, so he's right there. That's true.
Through the phase you trying to play hard to get. Maybe you got certain boundaries from past relationships. He gonna respect them all. He might not even try to. And now you think you done got the one. You think you done got the love of your life. You so proud of yourself. Oh, I stood on business. I never settled, and I finally got him. No, baby. Nah, this just a start. So now that he knows that he got you, boom, he dropping to 95%. But you don't notice because that 5%, it's not too much of a difference from what he was doing. And then boom, he drops it to 90%. And some women notice it, majority of women don't. Most of the time, the delusion that you got from him putting in 100% is still in there. So y'all not really finna peep.
So what he's talking about is a process called love bombing. I am going to overload you with all this attention and affection, and you are the best thing since sliced bread, and you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. He's love bombing you. And he's describing the process of, okay, now that I got you with my love bombing, I'm now going to retract to who I actually am. Now, women do this too. Y'all. So pay attention to this, because it's not just men that be love bombing, it's women. But he's describing as a love bomber what the love bombing process is. All in, I'm everything you want. You're the best thing since sliced bread, blah, 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 blah. And then bam, now I am slowly taking all of that away. Okay? And so we'll keep watching.
Boom, he drops it to 80. And you notice this one, but you're not ready to say nothing yet. You, as soon as you just overthinking, you don't want to self-sabotage a good relationship that you don't find. So boom, now he drops it to 75. And you speak on this.
I need to know how long we're talking. Like, I need to understand, like, okay, we dropping to 75. Is that are we dropping this every week? Is this happening every couple days? Like, how fast are we dropping the percentages? I just would love clarity. Okay.
When you reach out to me, you like, hey, what's going on? You seem a little distant. Is everything cool? You just seem a little off. It's so devious. Now, the man's response would typically be, I'm just dealing with a lot. When I'm going through stuff, I just like to isolate. When my energy low, I just like to distance myself so it don't rub off on you. Okay, so boom, he knows you peeped the shift, so he bumps it back up to 75. And you're grateful. You happy about this 5%.
So can I ask y'all what the goal is here? What's the goal? Is the goal to what's the goal? Because couldn't y'all be starting businesses with all this energy that you doing to just get a woman stuck? Like, what's the point? I just want to understand what the point is. The point to just get her so hooked on you and then break her heart? Like, is that the goal of this entire process? I just want to understand, because is it just to sleep with her? Because it's a lot of energy. You giving 3 months to sleep with one woman? I mean, I don't know. This is a lot. I don't know. Let's keep going.
You're like, oh, he's putting back in effort. I knew he cared about me. Just feeding the delusion. But oh boy, 5% is nothing. From 70 to 75, that's what a couple FaceTime calls today. He gonna keep chopping. It's gonna keep getting lower. You probably at 65, 60, 55% by now. So you say something again, and get what he do? Bump it back up 5 more percent. And you still grateful because you communicated something and he changed. But it's 5%, Shawty. That's nothing. And he's just gonna keep chopping it. At this point, you at like 20%. But you so desperate to get back to that 100% that you thought were real.
Now, y'all, with the love bombing situation, this is what he's describing. When you are love bombed, the beginning of the relationship, everything is amazing, everything's perfect. You're the best thing. You're my love, my life. You're everything. You're everything. You're everything. And then what they do is a phase called devaluing, and then discarding. I think that's the phase. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not missing a phase. But let me see. It's a cycle. Because he's actually talking about a narcissistic cycle. I don't think he knows that, but that's exactly what narcissists do. But I don't think he knows that. So let me see. So it is idealization, then devaluation, then discard. So he's like, what he's doing is I'm giving you all this attention and now I'm devaluing it. Like you notice he's going lower, 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 lower. And every time she brings it up, he kind of like gives her a little bit. And she's just trying to work back up to 100% because the idealization, the love bombing is actually playing on neurotransmitters. People don't realize that. It's an addiction cycle. That's what is a high. It's a high and then it's stress, high and stress. And so like you're chasing after that dopamine. And so he's actually messing with the woman's brain functioning. He doesn't know it yet, but that's how you get somebody addicted. And so he slowly is like taking it away, and she's constantly trying to work back up to where it was in the beginning. And it's never going to happen. They'll never get back to the 100%. It's a delusion that you're sold. And so, yeah, it's pretty devious because it's, yeah. Go ahead.
You like, please give me anything. And get what he do? He give you another 5%. And you still happy. Like, do y'all catch what's going on? The whole point of it is like this manipulative push and pull method. Like, give you a little bit.
It's called the narcissistic cycle, my dear friend. It is definitely called push pull is 100% right. That's exactly what that is. And like I said, guys, you guys have gone through this too. Obviously, on the female side, where a woman's showering you with attention, you're the best thing since sliced bread. She may be sleeping with you and doing everything you want to do, and then bam, pulls it all the way back, and you don't know where you are, so you're trying to fight back to get to the 100%, but that doesn't exist. That version of her does not exist. It was just there to get you, essentially. So, yeah.
Take a little bit more, but every time he's taking more and more away. He could give you, he could be at nothing, 0%, and you will be happy with that 5%. And I'm gonna give y'all an example just so I can peep how small 5% is. It's that random text you get. Hey, shout just thinking about you. Hope your day going well. How your mama doing? It could be a random swipe up on the story. You know what I'm saying? Some hard eyes. Some, hey, you look gorgeous right here. Woot, woot, woot. Take this shit down. Woot, 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 woot. Like the game has always been the game, and the only way to beat this is to believe him when he shows you who he is. A man that cares about you, he's not going a day without talking to you. There's no way that he's finna cut communication because he's going through something. He gonna want you a part of that.
So here's the thing: not every man is. Let's be real. Not every man is going to want to talk to you while he's going through something. So that's an unfair assumption. What I will say is that when somebody comes on too strong, when somebody's doing too much, you guys, we have to pay attention to that. I know these days I pay a lot of attention to somebody that's coming on so strong, like in the very beginning. I'm like, I'm pacing it out. I'm not going to feed into that. This is for men and for women, okay? I'm not just talking to women. I'm talking to men as well, because there's narcissism on both sides of the street. And I don't know if this guy is a narcissist per se, because that doesn't, just because he's utilizing these tools doesn't mean that that's what he is. It just works. That's what he's saying. I'm doing what works. But it's this push pull. It's like I'm feeding you all this attention and I'm pulling back. I'm feeding you all this attention and I'm pulling back. And that's a method that gets that messes with your neurotransmitters. It's literally the addiction cycle. It gets you addicted to somebody. And so when somebody is coming on so strong and it feels like, okay, wow, this is a lot. Like, you know when it's a lot. If it feels that way, do not question that. Definitely say, okay, you know what? Let me take heed to what I'm feeling. This, if it feels like it's too fast, it might be too fast. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Now, there are guys, like I said, that they're either busy, they may not communicate when they're stressed, they may need some time apart. That's not to say that some guy like that. I feel like he's kind of putting what women like to hear versus what it really is. Every guy is different. Some guys want to talk to you every single day, some guys don't. Everybody's different. And we have to leave space and room to get to know people for who they are and how they show up and how they handle conflict and how they don't. Not everybody's a great texter. Not everybody's going to be on their phone all the time. The reality of the situation is that when something doesn't feel right, honor how you feel about it. So if somebody's coming on super strong, I've read stories and people have said this a lot, is that when somebody's like chasing you super hard, that usually is the most disingenuous person. When someone's doing so much to get you and to get your attention, that's usually the person you have to watch out for. I know we look at it.
Oh, he's so intentional. Oh my goodness. He like really loves me and like really sees the value in me.
That may not be true. That may not be true. The guy that is taking his time and trying to understand you and kind of pacing it out, that's probably the most genuine person, because he's really trying to understand who you are before he goes all in. That's actually the mark of someone genuine. But in our society, we have tainted and we literally have mislabeled things to where it's confusing. We think that a guy that's showering us with gifts and attention and this, that, and the third, like that's the one that's genuine. That's the one that wants us. That's the one that deserves our fixation and focus. And I would argue on this particular video, no, it's not. It's actually the guy that's pacing it out. It's actually the guy that is kind of like, he's coming around, he's doing whatever he's doing, depending on what they're going through. Everybody's going through something. And you would rather somebody take their time. Slow and steady wins the race every single time. Fast and furious burns. Okay? Slow and steady wins that race. And so our goal here is slow and steady. And I'm not saying slow like 10 years slow. I ain't saying that. I'm saying like we get to know each other. We organic. We go with the flow. We're understanding each other, and then we go into something, and it might be more significant. But I think that, like I've said, we see a lot of stuff, and we're inundated with a lot of information, and a lot of it's not true. So again, you guys, this is my perception on it. That was a narcissistic cycle. Narcissistic cycle 101. That's what that is. We idealize you, and then we take you back down, and then we discard you. And that is the narcissistic cycle. And I think that we just have to pay more attention to when people show us who they are. And don't allow somebody to outpace you. Don't allow somebody to make it go super fast. Don't allow somebody to do that. Pace it out. Pace it out. Let it take your time. Don't run. Walk. Because I think that that's what we have to pay attention to. That's what we really have to we have to do our work in managing ourselves and not allowing somebody else's excitement or somebody else's desires to run us. We still have to pay attention to that small, still voice that's like, hold up, this is going really fast. Because you will feel that. You will feel like, ooh, this is a little fast. How do you know that? How do you know that I'm the one? How do you know I'm the love of your life? How do you know that you don't even know me like that? You only see me on social media. How do you know? Again, you gotta pay attention to those signs, y'all. We gotta pay attention. Do not get so excited that you lose sight of your gut and your common sense. Okay? And even when you explain it to your friends and they're like, girl, you don't think that's a little... Now you got, and I'm not saying your hater friends. I'm talking about real friends. I'm talking about friends that really, they got your back. They excited for you when you winning, and they with you when you losing. Those kind of friends. I'm talking about that. When you talk to those friends and they say, "Oh, girl, that's a lot." I mean, I like that he like you, but that's a little fast, don't you think? Pay attention, okay? I'm just saying, because as casually as he's explaining this is detrimental. This actually hurts people. This puts people in therapy for years and having to work on trusting their judgment again. This is what this does. This is not casual. This is not cool. This is a ploy. This is a trick. And I don't want you to fall for it. All right? So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. And I will see you guys in the next video of I've Got Something to Say. Again, I'm going live on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't want you to miss it. Love you guys. Hit the subscribe button. Put a comment. I want to hear what you have to say. All right, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead. Hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my family today.